Hi guys, thank you for tuning in today. This is probably one of my most requested videos, and today we are going to answer the following questions. Is it possible for a foreign trained dentist to come to the UK and practice as a trainee dental nurse before or without registering with the GDC? Secondly, do I have to notify the GDC before starting to practice as a trainee dental nurse? The third question, for how long can I practice as a trainee dental nurse without registering or before registering with the GDC? If I decide to enroll for a dental nursing course, what are the requirements for enrolling to train as a dental nurse in the UK? Our fifth question is, while practicing as a trainee dental nurse, how much will I earn? So we are going to talk about all of this in this video. So you just have to make sure that you watch it until the very end and don't go away. Let's go. Welcome back. But before we proceed, I must state that I'm not a dental nurse and I'm not currently working as a dental nurse. But to the best of my knowledge, this information is accurate. But if you find any inaccuracies, then please clarify or seek clarification from the relevant authorities. I got this information from checking out the websites of the various institutions and by asking dental nurses here in the UK. So the first question is, can a foreign trained dentist come and work as a trainee dental nurse in the UK? The straight answer to that question is yes. However, there is a catch, which I'm going to get into later. But first, let's go with the straight answer, yes. Then we shall come back to the catch later. Yes, you can come to the UK and practice as a trainee dental nurse. As a matter of fact, you can even apply while still at your home country, but that will require a certificate of sponsorship, which very few institutions would be willing to give you. But if you're lucky enough and you get that, then good. Otherwise, you might need to apply when you are here. The second question is, do I need to notify the GDC that I'm going to start practicing as a trainee dental nurse? To answer that question, let's go direct to the GDC website, because this is where we can get reliable information on that question. So let's jump into my PC and take a look. So what you are seeing right here is the GDC website, as you can see here, General Dental Council. And so let's come down here. Do I need to let the GDC know if someone I employ? This is employers asking, but the question could as well apply to you. But employers are the ones asking here, do I need to let GDC know if someone I employ is in training? So the training could be dental nursing, could be dental technician, could be any other training. So the answer is no, you are not required to let the GDC know, as we do not register trainee dental nurses or trainee, that is dental technicians. Then they put some disclaimer here that however, if you employ such students, you run a risk of fitness to practice proceedings if something goes wrong, that is. But the straight answer is no, you don't need to notify the GDC. As long as you have got the opportunity to practice, you just go ahead and practice. You can only apply to register when you have the requirements that are needed for you to register with the GDC. But for this purpose, no, you don't need to. The third question is, for how long can I be working as a trainee dental nurse without GDC registration, or before, in case you are interested in registering later, or before registering with the GDC? For how long? For that also, you can hop back into the GDC website and check information they have over there. So let's come back down here. How long does a student stroke trainee dental nurse or technician be employed right here before they must enroll on a program leading to GDC registration? So this is not even about for how long you should practice, but before you enroll. In other words, how much allowance do you have before you can start the course that leads to registration? The answer is here. We say that the student or trainee dental nurse or technician must begin their program within 2 years of commencing employment. So if you have started your job today, the GDC expects that 2 years from now, you should have started a program that leads to a qualification that will lead to registration at that level you are practicing. Let's say if you are practicing as a trainee dental nurse, after 2 years, the GDC expects that you should have enrolled for a dental nursing course. So the maximum is that 2 years, and the program itself is usually between 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 1.5 years. Depends on a lot of factors, but yeah, on average, it takes about 1 year. So let's just say the 2 years plus 1 year, maximum is 3 years allowed for you to practice as a trainee before registering. The fourth question is, what are the requirements in case I decide to enroll for a dental nursing course? Interestingly, the answer to this question is very exciting, but don't take my word for it. Let's check again. According to the NHS website, you can usually work as a trainee dental nurse without academic qualifications. But to progress to being a qualified dental nurse, you'll need to study for a course in dental nursing, either part or full-time. That is approved by the General Dental Council. Exact course requirements will vary from provider to provider, but this is the part you should mark. But a minimum of 2 GCSEs, 4C grade or above in English language and maths or science subjects are required for part-time courses. Full-time degree courses may require A-levels or equivalent level 3 qualifications. A-level apprenticeships in dental nursing is additional way to gain the required qualifications in dental nursing. In other words, if you want to enroll for a dental nursing course, it is really simple. All you need to have is a secondary school education level. That is it. If you have O-level, like in Uganda, we have O-level and A-level. If you have O-level, you can do part-time. It will take you longer. But if you want to enroll full-time, then you need A-level, and you need to have passed A-level. Then you need English language. It is just that simple. So as long as you have secondary school education, you can surely enroll for a dental nursing course, no problem. Now we move to our probably most interesting question. How much will I earn as a dental nurse? Well, the direct answer is it depends on the company you're working for. But as an estimate, let's go back to NHS website and see how much are they paying their trainee dental nurses and their dental nurses, for us to get an idea of how much you might actually be paid as a dental nurse. So as you can see, we are still here on the NHS website. So we come down here, pay. Okay, most dental nurses in NHS work standard hours, which are likely to be around 37.5 a week. They may work some evenings. Your starting salary will usually be between band 3 and band 4 of the agenda for change pay rates. Of course, when you are not in the UK, you cannot know what band 3 or band 4, band 2, band 5 is. So let's check how much is that in real figures. Okay, so here it is, agenda for change pay rates. The following is a guide only to NHS terms and conditions of service, agenda for change pay rates from April 2023. So they said band 3 and band 4. So band 3, let's come to band 3. Band 3, this is less than 2 years of experience. Obviously, when you are just beginning, then you fall here. So most likely, if you're working for NHS, that is what you will get. £22,860. This is per year. So if you convert that to your own currency, I don't know how much it is, but for the case of Uganda, that is around 110 million a year. So that is about 10 million a month. Yeah, 10 million a month. But that is before taxes. So it will slightly drop because the tax on such amount is actually very low. So what you'll get is very close to that figure. So that is what you should expect to get if you are working with the NHS as a trainee dental nurse or a newly qualified dental nurse. But then it can keep on increasing as you gain experience. Let's take a look. You can see band 3, they said band 3 or band 4. So band 4, less than 3 years experience, you can move to 25,000, and 4 years plus 27,000. You can even move to other bands, band 5, band 6, they are here. So depending on your experience. So that was all the good part about working as a trainee dental nurse here in the UK. However, you remember that catch that I talked about earlier. In order to work as a trainee dental nurse, or in order to enroll for a dental nursing course, there is a very strict requirement. And that is, you must have a national insurance number. So what is a national insurance number? In brief, it is a number that the government uses to tax you. Yeah, let's put it like that for easy understanding. But to get this insurance number, you must have a resident permit. Having a resident permit means that you have a right to work and a right to rent. Without that, you cannot get the national insurance number. And without that, you cannot get a job as a trainee dental nurse. You cannot even enroll for a dental nursing course. So that is the biggest catch, or the biggest obstacle to most people who would like to pursue that route. My own personal recommendation is this. If you are interested in taking this route, as you pursue your ORE journey, there are two things you can do. You can either secure yourself some kind of job so that you can come on a skilled worker visa. Then as you are doing that job, you enroll for a dental nursing course part-time. And then with that, you can now transition from this job that you got to dental nursing course, or even do your ORE eventually and register and practice as a fully licensed dentist. If not, then you could consider coming as a student. Find a course that you are interested in doing and you can afford to do it. Then apply, do it. Maybe if you have interest in, say, public health, you can come and do a master's in public health. During your master's training, you can enroll for your dental nursing course. And then you progress from there. So that is my suggestion. So you guys requested for this video, and I hope that the information I have given you is going to be useful and is going to help 1 or 2 people out there. Thank you for watching. See you next time.